So I want to just say congratulations on reaching the end of this video course. This is video number 9, and we are going to talk about hyperlinks. Hyperlinks are things that you're going to run into a majority of the time, simply because depending on what you want to do, majority of the time you're going to want to link to an external website from a specific keyword, what we call anchor text, and you may want to link within your website itself. So what I found over the years is a lot of the stuff that I've taught you, you will see. But when it comes to hyperlinks, this is one of the main things that you're going to see, because linking to other websites or even within your website is very, very important. And not just linking, being able to know how to link, and then when somebody clicks on that link, it doesn't exit your website, but instead it opens it in a new window. So people stay on your website. Getting it so that the link goes in a new window is important to know as well. So let me explain to you in a lot more detail so that you fully understand. So if at this point you're thinking, well, I'm a little bit confused here, it's okay. So let's start from scratch. If we think about it, before we even talk about this, let's say, for example, that we have a paragraph. And on that paragraph, or even that image, which we'll talk about later, we want to turn maybe this specific keyword. Let's say, for example, at the end of the paragraph, it says click here, and we want to turn that into a hyperlink. So the question is, how do we turn this word into a link so that we link from here to an external page and so forth? So what I'm highlighting right here is what we call the anchor text. And you'll hear this being thrown around a lot, but the anchor text is the text that is linking to an external website or to an internal URL. So now that you understand that, you can hyperlink this and turn that into anchor text. You can anchor text any word that you want, or even any image. So to break things down here, this is essentially what it looks like. So you need the anchor text, right? Which is going to be the text that you highlight. And then the hyperlink is going to be the link that you're going to link them to. And then this is merely just the action. So when they click on the hyperlink and they read the anchor text and they click on it, then they go to another website or URL. So that's how the process works. And now once you understand the process here, let's talk about how to break it down. So let's say we'll use click here because that's common. So the tag looks like this. Bracket, obviously, right? And it starts with an A. So I like to do this A and then bracket / A, because it gets a little bit more complicated after this, but not as complicated. So it's generally better to just start with that and /A. After the A, you put href equals quotation, and within the quotation, you want to put the URL or the hyperlink within the quotations. So we're going to do http://www.yourdomain.com. So this could be within your website, or it could be any website. It doesn't matter. Now, what I'd highly recommend is, if it is your own website, then you can leave it like that. Now, within here, you're going to want to put the anchor text. So the anchor text was click here, right? So if I were to just finish at this point and I were to click the click here, then it's going to bring me to this URL right here. Now, this is something that I would use if I were linking or interlinking within my own website, because I don't really want it to open in a brand new window. Now, if I were to link to an external website and I want people to stay on my website as well, then here's what I would do. So we go back over here, and before this end tag, or the original tag here, bracket closes, we put another space, and we put the word target, and we do equals, quotation, quotation, and then we put underscore blank. Now, what in the world does that mean? Well, target means where you want them to go. So what it means is we open it in a new window. So underscore blank means in a new window. And this is essentially just going to have to memorize this. But if you want them to open a brand new window, I would put that. So if you can get to this point, just adding the underscore blank and target equals quotation underscore blank, quotation, close that off, you'll open it in a brand new window. So believe it or not, as simple as this can be, if you memorize it, you'll be set as far as creating hyperlinks and creating backlinks to other sites. And this is something that you're going to run into many, many times in the future. And you can do the same thing if this is a zip file. Let's say, for example, that you want people to download a zip file. Then you can simply link them to the zip file. So yourdomain.com, let's say it is in the downloads folder and it's called 123.zip or even 123.mp4, a video file. So as long as you have the URL that links to whatever you might want them to do, download the zip, watch a video, go to a blog or website, that's where you're going to put it here. So this can apply to many, many different cases, but we're just creating a link to link them directly to something. And the target underscore blank works in all of these cases, whether it's an MP4 file, a zip file, or whatever. You can do the same thing. All right. Now that you understand this, you're good to go. But we can always go back over to here and we can go here. We're going to, let's say, we'll put a center line. We'll do click here. And I'm going to make it bold a little bit bigger so you can see it. But if you highlight it, click on link, and you link them to a location, google.com, for example, you can do link is to be open in a new window. And to be honest, you're not really going to use all these other ones. Mainly, you're going to use the open in new window or open in the same window. So if I go ahead and click OK, click on source code, then you'll be able to see the actual code. So embedded into here, if you notice, it says ahref equals quotations, the URL, quotations, space, target equals quotations underscore blank, quotations. And then within these here, we have the anchor text, and then we close the A tag. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Now, if we were to hyperlink an image, on the other hand, you can see what it looks like. So let's find an image here. Now, within Composer, you can go to link, and you can actually link it over here. Now, if we take a look at the source code here, you will see that the link is here. Now, as you can see, the link is outside of the image. So we have the link here. We haven't closed the A tag yet. We put the image here, and then we close the A tag. So that the image essentially is like the anchor text. So if I go back over to here, we can do that by simply putting the image, replacing the click here with the image code. And you could do the same thing with other media as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video course as much as I enjoyed teaching you, and make sure that you go back. Some of this is memorization, and I would say just utilize Composer and tweak it and learn it every step of the way. Make one step, look at the code, see what changed, and as you do it more and more and more and practice and practice and practice, it'll stick in your mind, you'll memorize it, and you'll be good to go when that time comes when you're utilizing something like WordPress or anything like that, and you run into a snag.